Namaste. Welcome to Snuggles and Cuddles by the StoryTunes, a program where you can listen to lovely stories every night just before you sleep. Let's continue the story Doctor. Ravi was busy measuring out some dal. He said without looking up, "I would be happy to offer you some, but someone's already had most of it. And then I was feeling unwell and I think I finished the last of it." "What are you saying, my friend? I can clearly see the pot brimming over with water." Ravi looked up and stared in disbelief. In front of his eyes, Kareem poured out a tumbler full of water and drank it. Then he paid for all his groceries and left the store. Did his limp look as if it was nearly gone? Ravi watched him for a while, trying to figure out, and then decided the heat was playing tricks on his mind and went back to the cool comfort of his shop and dozed off. He woke with a start as someone was calling his name urgently. He opened his eyes to find Kareem back. This time he was holding by the hand his little sister Fatima. "Brother, wake up! We need your help!" Kareem urged. What? Is there something wrong?" "Fatima is burning up with fever." "Then go to a doctor. Why have you got here to a grocery shop?" Kareem stared at him and said, "You mean you don't know how you just helped me? My leg, which has been troubling me for the last many years, healed up on its own as soon as I drank the water from your magic pitcher. Give Fatima a drink from it too. I'm sure her fever will disappear in no time." Ravi was astounded. Magic pitcher? Healing water? What was Kareem going on about? Nonetheless, he passed the pot to Fatima. She drank a bit, then sat down to rest. Within minutes, she lifted her head and said, "It's true, brothers. I'm indeed cured of the fever." Soon, the news spread in the village like wildfire. Ravi, the quiet, kind grocery storekeeper, was now the owner of a magic pitcher, the waters from which could heal anyone of any disease. Every night, Ravi left the pitcher in the store, and in the morning it would be filled to the brim with sweet, cool water. Daily, a queue of sick people and their relatives collected in front of the shop. To each one, Ravi gave a drink of the water, and they went away saying that they were now better. The pot was never empty. Ravi realized the old man he had helped must have given him this gift in gratitude. Ravi understood what a great gift it was and thanked him daily in his mind. Soon, his little store turned into a hospital. Ravi did not charge a paisa for the water. People would leave some money, some gifts for him, and others did not pay him anything. But he was still happy with that. One day, a rich landlord's servant appeared at his doorstep and said, "My master is unwell. Come with me and give him a drink of your water." Ravi replied, "See the crowd of people behind you waiting for their turn? How can I leave without helping them and go to your master? Do you think these sick people can stand in the sun for so long? Tell your master to come to me instead, and I will give him the water here." The servant said, "Ravi, what will you get by helping these poor people? A few rupees? Some rice, some dal? Come to my master's house. He will shower you with money and gifts. Your worries about making ends meet will be over for at least a month." Ravi was tempted. It was true. Why not cure one rich man and get some help in buying his daily needs? Ravi told the people waiting outside to come back the next day and went with the servant to the landlord. Slowly, in this way, Ravi changed. Where once he could not bear to see the pain and sadness of the sick and poor, he now started each day hoping he would get one rich patient at least, who would pay him handsomely. Days passed thus. Seasons changed and it was summer once more. Ravi was in his old store, writing up his accounts, when the voice of an old man quavered in his ear. "Son, water." Startled, he looked up. Was it the same old man who had given him the gift of the magic pitcher? But right behind the visitor was none other than the king's messenger. "Come quickly," the messenger shouted. "The queen has been bitten by a mosquito." "Water, water," the old man repeated. "The queen is unwell," the messenger shouted again. Ravi looked from one to the other. One was a grubby old man who may or may not be the same person who gave him the pitcher. On the other hand, a messenger from the king himself. He pictured the gold coins showering down on him once his healing water soothed the queen's mosquito bites. The choice was clear. He picked up his pitcher and said to the stranger, "Wait right here, uncle. I'll be back soon." The king's swift-footed horses took him to the palace. There, he rushed to the queen, who was staring in dismay at the mosquito bites on her arm. He tilted the pitcher to pour some water into the tumbler, but nothing came. Again and again he tilted the pitcher. He turned it upside down and stared into its depths. It was dry as bone. "You cheat!" the king roared. "So this is how you have been fooling the people of my kingdom? Get out and never let me hear that you have acquired magical healing powers. If you claim such a thing again, I will banish you from the village forever." Then he turned to comfort his queen, who was splashing tears on the bump on her arm. Ravi slowly walked back to his village. He went to his shop. No one was there. He searched for the old man who had asked for water. He was nowhere to be seen. He called out, "Uncle, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Please do come. I will give you water." But there was no reply. Now he realized this was the same old man whom he met a year back. He remembered the people he had healed once out of kindness and compassion, and how much they had blessed and loved him in return. He remembered the little acts of generosity, sparing him a few coins, a bundle of vegetables from their garden in return for the water. When did he become so selfish and greedy that he would neglect the people who had needed him the most? The old man had taken back his powers when he sensed Ravi had misused the gift. Never mind, Ravi smiled to himself. He would use the money he has received for the water to help bring a real doctor to the village. Someone who would help the people with his knowledge of medicines and diseases, so that they need not wait for a magician to cure them of their illness. From that day onwards, Ravi filled his pitcher with ordinary water from the stream and carried it back carefully to his little store and waited for the old man. Maybe one day he would be back, but till then, Ravi was determined to bring a real medicine man to his village. Aji finished her story and looked around at the 4 little faces around her. Raghu was in deep thought. Aji smiled at him. Then the children shouted, Aji, tell us one more story, please, please. And Aji said, Haha, too many stories a day are not good either. One laddu is very sweet, very delicious. But if you eat laddus all the time, it's no fun. Now go and play outside. Tomorrow, I will tell you another story. With that, she got up and went to the kitchen to supervise the dinner. Good night, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow with another lovely story from the book Grandma's Bag of Stories by Sudha Murthy. Good night.